Durag Wisdom here, folks, and today I come at you at Y2K 17.04.19. Today I'm going to try to talk to you about the resistance and how and why it's our lifeblood. The resistance is our only way against invaders who never had a mandate. Only 50% of this country voted in the most important election since the Civil War, as Keith Olbermann says on his GQ Resistance broadcast. The damage is being done, and it will continue to be done for as long as the invaders, the traitors, the Putinists, the Trumpist Putinists are in power. The Supreme Court, for example, is now the inferior court. He is taking back all these regulations that protect us from the greed of corporations, keeping us from them poisoning our water so that we're drinking lead. We have right now one of the worst menaces ever to face this country. This is historic, dramatic. The stuff that's suspenseful, speculative, political thrillers are made out of. This creep, he is a hate monger, he is a warmonger, and he will, if given the chance, get us into a nuclear war, because he's a macho schmuck, the so-called strong man with little hands and no scrotum, who could put us into nuclear war. If you love your cat, if you love your dog, if you love your kids, if you love your wife, if you love your husband, you don't want some creep, some creep, a hate-mongering, ignorant creep who's supposed to be representing us all to the entire world. It's an embarrassment. You don't want this creep destroying your whole family, your whole existence. Nuclear war is mass extinction. We must resist to defeat the savage, right-wing, religious extremist enemies who have been flushed into our midst because once again people didn't vote. 50% didn't vote. The Trumputin birther creep is a master manipulator. So you have to keep yourself informed. Don't let him distract you. This creep was flushed into our lives because of the Russians. He has not yet revealed his taxes, so don't let him mess with yours. He has not drained the swamp, but he has defecated more into our lives, who are bent on destroying every agency that they're supposed to represent. This creep hasn't gotten rid of his businesses. He has not put his businesses into a blind trust. He has defied the emoluments clause of the Constitution. He is breaking the law every day that he is President of the United States. Every day this creep, Trump, is President of the United States, he's breaking the law because he has defied his oath of office. He has accused people of being frauds, voter frauds. He says a lot of people voted in this last election, they were frauds. He has accused President Obama of wiretapping him. Everything that comes out of this creep sewer is going to be reported on and investigated because 50% of the people in this country didn't vote at all for anyone. This guy feels he can get away with just absolutely murder. So keep yourselves informed in news. When you accuse a former president or anyone of doing something to you, and you're president of the United States now, and every word that comes out of your sewer is going to be reported and investigated, that's an incredibly irresponsible thing to do. What this Trump-Putin creep did when he accuses people of being fraudulent voters, when he accuses the former president of wiretapping him and other nonsense, he is violating his sacred oath of office. And for that, he should be impeached alone. In the meantime, while you're being distracted, our democratic republic is being undermined. Resistance is the only way. We don't want to lose our country. We don't want this world to be blown up with nuclear weapons. Given this creep wants to start a war anywhere, there's 3 places right now: North Korea, Afghanistan, Syria, that this creep, we already have troops there. This creep is duplicitous. He does things to you in your face that you think are going to help you, but behind closed doors, him, his party, they're screwing us every way you could imagine. Resistance is the only way now. We must actively resist. This includes letters to editors, letters to your representative, your so-called representative, donations, attending town halls, getting right up into your representative's face when they come home. My creep, the one who's in our area, Donovan, had the phone in. The coward. Run for office, young people. Run for office. We have to start, we progressives have to start from the very bottom, locally controlling stuff all the way up to the top. Because now that we have a tainted inferior court, we have to also keep track of that, all the decisions that are going to be affecting you for the next 30, 40, 50 years of your lives. Because this creep, the birther, Trump-Putin traitor in the GOP, stole the Supreme Court seat. So you got to keep informed about that. Now, in terms of our resistance, I'm also suggesting targeted, nationwide strikes or job slowdowns. You can't always get everybody to participate in something like this. We're on our own, and resistance is the only way. And civil disobedience, get on this creep's nerves whenever you can. These great protests people been having, keep in his face, he hates it. And make sure that civil disobedience, it's always peaceful. Do not let anyone who comes in to advocate violence, because more than likely they are outside Trump operatives who are coming in there to undermine your protest, your resistance. So make sure everything is peaceful. When the cops come in, make yourself a dead weight. Make those cops get a hernia trying to lift you into the paddy wagon. There should be maybe a time when a group of people who work a certain job, they don't come to work. Nobody comes to work. It's all slow down. All over the country. Something that gets on this creep's nerve. All of a sudden one day, we block one of the crossways in the major cities all over the country. All of a sudden, 300 people show up to Trump hotels all over the world, or all in our country. And we never tell them when these things are going to happen. And they should happen every month at least, frequently. And as long as people don't, I mean, there's so many ways to resist, and this is just another way. And the last thing I would do is put down or insult anyone who voted in the last election, whether they voted for that creep or whether they voted for Clinton or they voted for the third parties. People at least took a stand. They took a stand, they voted. And you know, if you don't vote, this is what happens to us. The targeted nationwide resistance, strikes, consider it. Most of us, I hope, are trying to evolve as a species. And we're not trying to devolve, as the Trump naked apes want us to. It's either evolution or nuclear worldwide species extinction. Who here is for evolution toward a more refined human race? Resist. It's our only way.